welcome back to Norfolk Fords. We are in front of a very new exciting machine on the farm. This is a brand new T7.210 and we've got Soucy Tracks on it. This is going to be our next planting tractor. We've just spent the past week putting these Soucy Tracks on. We want to run this at 1.8 metres. So we've got the Soucy Tracks. These are 34 centimetres wide. But of course, being tracks, you get all of that coverage on the floor. And this is a move to do with the stability of the machine, to do with less compaction. It's just going to improve all of them sort of problems that we've had with previous years on the planters, because we're now about to send this machine off to Holland, where it's going to be converted into the big conveyor belt roof and the forks at the front, all so that we can plant daffodils, gladioli, and most importantly tulips. So one of the big improvements with having tracks over tyres is the increasing footprint. You've got all of this surface area across here by width. Like I said, this is 34 centimetres wide. This, from about the centre of this idler to the centre of this idler, is 160 centimetres. So you do some simple maths, that makes it 5,440 centimetres squared. That's almost 5.5 metres per track.
Now let's compare that to the old planter, which was on fixed rim tyres, 36 centimetres wide by 30 centimetres in length, about 2 cleats worth is what we decided to measure. That comes to 1,080 centimetres squared of contact on the floor. That is quite the difference in compaction.
So that takes nearly a full day to fit the whole tracks on the whole tractor. On the fronts it's quite easy as well. You remove the lower kingpin and then put a specially modified one in the bottom, which then has this large bracket bolted onto, so then it becomes more part of the machine, it's not a bolt-on piece. Then you fit the top bracket, which sort of sandwiches it together, bolting it onto the axle. Then you fit the lower idlers, and then you come around the side here, and then you have these rings which sets your spacing up, as well as these bushes here, and that's all to do with setting your width. So how you put the rubber belt on then is you have this cage wheel. It's made up of 3 sections. You take 2 of the sections out, you then lift the belt onto this white piece in the middle, then you can freewheel the hub up and round, which will then take the track up and round, and then you can put the 2 lower sections back on. Then here is how you tension it. It's not a hydraulic system like some are. It's nice and easy, nut and a bolt, up nice and tight. The rears are exactly the same how they go on, except this is a 4-section cage, and the tension is exactly the same as well down here. So if you look around the back here, we've got all different bracketry and stuff. Got this extra bracing for a bit of stability. Got all the air brakes and other pieces around the axle that you'd find on a normal T7 have had to be moved and changed. This bunch of harnesses as well, that should be to do with the air brake system, but we don't need that, so it's been tied up. So all of this round here is just to hold on the track. Like I said, it becomes much more part of the machine when you've got all this in. And this piece here was made from a bucket skid.
Wear edge on a bucket?
Yeah, wear edge on a bucket.
We're now in the cab. Very standardised
T7 interior. Got the absolutely amazing swinging headrest. I love it. Then we've got the newer, bigger screen. A lot nicer, better colour. You can see it in the daytime a lot better. So this is going to be integrated a bit more in with the harvester. We are still going to have a control box for the harvester and the lifter, which sits on the back at the minute. And then we're going to, it's auto track ready, so we're going to fit it with Topcon again,
because TopCon is the best system for what we plant and lift with. So the machine is scheduled to go to Holland to be set up with the over-the-top conveyor belt and all the other auxiliaries needed to drive the harvester and the planter. So that's going to be quite exciting to sort out, especially when it comes back. So yeah, it's very nice, very clean, nice half lever. It's only done 13 hours, which is absolutely lovely. So it's quite nice. So a hell of a lot taller, not by much. I'm sure you could get big set of tyres which would be the same. But yeah, she's decent spec. She's all there. Got front linkage on as well, which can change a lot for this tractor. So when we come to lifting, we could actually have a I don't know what to call it properly, but sort of not a topper, but it's more like a bulldozer, which just sort of pushes aside the mounds for DAFs, and we'd probably do something similar for the tulips as well. So it's very exciting, very nice, and we're looking forward to getting it back. And so far, Ernest Doe's, Koops, who make the planter, and Brock's, who have supplied us with the tracks, they're working really well with us to ensure that this new machine, this new project, is ready to roll in a few weeks' time, because it'll be about September time. I want to start planting daffodils, so then we're going to have a break of a couple of weeks to in between daffodils and tulips, to then sort out any teething problems. So it's really good timing, really, that we have the daffodils first, so then we can ensure that when we get to the bigger crop, because we grow a lot more tulips than we do daffodils, that we're ready to rock and roll. A couple of weeks has passed since that first bit of filming. The machine has come back from Holland after all its modifications, so now we have the job of fitting all the brackets and the chutes back on. We start at the front, these pedestal brackets, followed by the forks. This has to be angled at the right place to have the supports put back in. Then all of the pipework needs running through to the back, to the SCV blocks. We might change it later date to mid-mounts, but that's for later problems to worry about. We then put the rear support on, and then move on to preparing the hopper. The hopper came in, we put axle stands underneath, we put the sides on, we put the gate on, we sorted out a lot of the hydraulics and the electrics, and then we used the telehandler to safely lower it into position. And this footage makes it look easy, but I tell you what, it was nowhere near this quick and easy. It went into place as it should, then got bolted and secured down. Then we just had to put the rear chute on, route all of the hydraulics and all of the remaining electronics, and then lastly put the ladder in place. So since then, the TopCon unit has been fitted to the top of the tractor, and the daffodils have been planted without any problems. The tulip season is nearly over. We've got about a week's worth of planting yet to finish off. So we've got some footage of her in action, all waiting to come. So make sure you like, you subscribe, leave a comment if you like, and farm safe. I've been Lewis Eves.